of Group A. You love to see it. You get it every single season, and you never get tired of it. We talk about Malbs, we talk about Pesadelo. Sure, it's the two A stars of the team, but you know, TeamOne have a complete, solid unit, and we've seen some shaky stuff at MIBR. It's gonna be a tough one.
Yeah, and I talked about the readability that MIBR can show on their T sides. I think that sometimes TeamOne's game plan is a little bit too transparent as well, with Malbs needing to find entries on Banana for a lot of their T side success. So if that trend does carry over here today, we could see some slight problems, but all in all, level playing field here. 5v5 pistol round, kicking things off, and Luke and IDK wielding all of the utility right now for TeamOne, looking to maybe just play things more patient. Not all that uncommon here to just do a slow default, wait for some sort of wild aggression from MIBR, but it's not given to them. They're just gambling over a triple B side setup, hoping that they mosey their way on in.
And TeamOne have just slowly taken this banana control silently as well. But they're also walking up into the apartments. Turtle, dual barrettas up close. This is prime target range here for Turtle. Away inside of the corner. Pesadelo is on entry duty. Oh, he's going to go for the swing. Oh, they were just waiting. It paid off, though. Jota, on the other hand, inside of Graveyard. We'll find one, but they're going to come back in towards Banana. Brennison taking contact. Will find Malbs. And next in line is Maluk. And Maluk will find the headshot on a Brennison. Spots out Henny as well towards those sandbags. Henny's going to commit to the fight. No armor on Maluk. That could be an easy kill. Has to fall back now. We'll get that reload in, but he also has the bait and switch setup. He has exit even inside the site. If TeamOne want to go, there could be problems with that molly. Ooh. Oh, that molly is excellent. It forces everyone out of position. Not exit, though, but certainly Henny. Are they going to discount exit? They won't. They'll take him down. A 1v3 now for Jota. He walks up top Banana, and he gets dropped. Pistol round for TeamOne.
Lovely work right there on the inbound coming through from TeamOne on the molly towards Nubox. I can't believe that they had that extra utility still, but credit to TeamOne. Playing that patient default. They're playing out that pistol like a gun round, which is very, very much so. Something that you don't see all that often. I love to see it, though. Very promising. And they're able to suss out a couple of these positions, including that B anchoring players. I want to see that continue forward here. It's got to be a force buy, though, to answer things back from MIBR. Risky one, but get the job done. HE. Toss on in. Minimal damage achieved from it.
And so, that little bit of presence shown towards top Banana. Turn back towards top middle, but MIBR have a massive stack here. They're going to test this. They're going to dry fight this. This could be a nightmare situation, but Brennison, he overpeaks the mark, but a lineup there from Turtle to find a double, but no guns retrieved. He's just going to get rammed down. They're not going to commit through the smoke, and instead, Turtle is given a massive opportunity. He's heard this fallback, and Exit can get himself back into position here, but he reveals his position. And Malb's going to take that time. He'll swing it. He'll drop Exit. That's a really nice kill. And that's a B-bomb site for TeamOne.
Yeah, just claiming that site so quickly. Right there. I mean, it was a risky play coming through towards the bracket side. I feel like TeamOne were super disjointed in the game plan and what they wanted to do right there. You could see them body blocking each other, trying to trade damage out onto Turtle. But it works out at the end of the day. There, it actually creates a beautiful fake that Malbs was able to strike off of. So, good stuff coming through from him. It lets that B site get claimed all the more easier here. Turtle left a Turtle into his big pit position, and I'm surprised at the effort on the hunt right now. They got to be careful. I don't know if you can really afford dropping guns right now, but luckily for them, they're not going to turn out of the library.
Yeah, you want to keep, I mean, at a minimum, you want to hold on to as many guns as you can, and surviving with 3 players against that force buy is really nice for the TeamOne side. It's still very messy. You can still see that there's some communication issues on what necessarily the plan is or what they want to go for. Some hesitation here in the Team 1 camp early on in Inferno, but there's plenty of time for that to be ironed out. MIBR, on the other hand, they're down to the eco. They only got that Galil for Turtle. It's going to have to do God's work. Or those... Is that... Okay, 4 players over towards the B site to start. Turtle carrot on the stick. Ooh. Here at the sandbags position. He finds the initial, and now he can get help from his teammates. He's going to survive. Okay, in quotation marks. But he does get more damage downrange. MIBR still grouped up as 3. Here's a flash. Pesadilla turns in time for the 1. I'm not sure there's going to be any more behind that, though. Team 1 don't want to have any piece of this B site.
No, they don't. Call this one a day. Back on out here. That's exactly what they're going to do here. Utility tossed in towards A. They already have claim. Again, it's a very wise reroute. I'm actually super impressed that Pace is able to find that follow-up kill as well.
Fast turn right there, you know?
Yeah, I know. That's super, super quick. The reaction time between actually seeing that flash and turning away from it was just as nuts as any good kill.
Penny, I think that gun disappeared off the floor. Maluk saw it. He's still going to go down, though. Again, damage is a really big factor here. You see, IDK's only on $750. And... Oh, exit. Oh, exit's up to no good.
Not enough time. There's no way.
He's gonna bait him back into the bomb radius, though.
Okay.
That's the whole plan here. Is he gonna die?
Got him.
TRK goes down.
Nice.
There you go.
That's very, very smart right there. It's worth it to go down. And you've dropped a whole other $3,700 out of your opponent's bank account for pretty much free. Even if you don't find the kill yourself, even if you don't pick up the weapons, at least you're doing damage. This isn't really prioritized enough, and right there you can see some wise play coming through from
so nice
from exit.
Yeah, I mean, there was an old Counter-Strike clip where that actually worked. I think it's man from like 2016. Either way, we'll get past these anecdotes in just a moment. Brennison starts this round on 8 points of health, but Halb's the same on 13, I suppose. Tons and tons of damage. That HE comes so close to finishing him off. It's an exchange for... Oh, that nade. Oh, it's going to touch down. That's going to touch down. That's Malbs out of this round.
Golly, the amount of utility just bombarded and Banana. But this is something I talked about heading into this. Taking down Malbs, isolating him, individually speaking, is going to be so important here for MIBR on their defense. They know that coming into this series as well. They know that coming into this map. Everyone knows it when they're playing out against Team 1. And right there, they're able to just throw utility enough to land the opening pick. That's quite nice, but looking for further success here. Jonah, oh my god, he gets plucked right through the smoke. No luck there for TRK. Or rather, Jota, that is.
That is, that's a shot right back through the smoke, but if they try to walk onto this B site, there's 2 players entrenched. 30 seconds remaining. You gotta make a decision somewhere.
They gotta move quickly and back towards A. They have no space right now. Their lurker has fallen back with a pack, and that means that they have to slowly reclaim all of this lost space. Now, the B side players are gonna be super uncomfortable, but Turtle and Hitty have a deadly crossfire that's gonna potentially buy them enough time.
Yeah, 15 seconds is all they need to buy here, Cole. But yeah, the crossfire, they need a flash to break it. They have Henny on contact. First kill in. Turtle helping out. Henny can't connect the next, though. And so they will have time to plant with literally the last second. It's a 2v2.
What excellent trading right there on the site. Now that they have a chance to set up in these post plants, this becomes a whole lot more tricky. BRN's down super low as well, and he's slowly making his way through apartments, but this is further time off the clock, and there is not a single kit. There is one, though, right on the balcony.
They're suspecting them to be both Moto, but are they going to expect Brennison in apartments? No. They will. He spent his entire time boring into that position right there from Pesa, and that's going to be the end of this one. It's going to be a 4-0 start for Team 1. Luke does actually have to get out of dodge. He's going to take a lot of... Oh, he's sticking around. He's going to take a lot of damage from that bomb.
Okay.
But he will survive. It's the Inferno question. We always have to ask it.
Yeah.
4-zip, though, Team 1.
That's an excellent recovery. I said they didn't really leave a whole lot of time, but they left just enough to find 2 quick trades right there. And that was fantastic composure coming through from Team 1. Maluka as well, I got to give him credit with what he was able to do with the op. a very slim angle, and the Henny needed to land a kill. He got given one shot to find that shot, and he landed it. He absolutely nailed it. So beautiful work coming through from him and the rest of the squad there from TeamOne.
See a bit more of aggressive mid stance because Henny actually has his ops still in play. Oh my goodness. The spam through those smokes, but they take so much nade damage in response. That's the incredible part. Brennan's gonna keep going for this fight, and he's gonna find the kill. Pesadelo walks right into that spray. No chance there for Pesa. Brennan walks away with the opener.
It's a nice little opening exchange right there. They clearly know what TeamOne are up to, though. The little antics that they go for on Banana early on. You could tell with the utility and all of that spam that was tossed in. It's evident. But nice pick there from Henny, extending favor. The CT side, Malbs on entry duty here towards B. That's a slim angle there, but BRN's going to come up the heavy favorite in that exchange.
Yeah.
And Malbs is kind of forced out as well.
If Malbs is able to connect that shot, though, that could have been a really big entry into the site. But now in this 3v5 with 30 seconds remaining, folks, you only see it in EU Counter-Strike, but I think we're getting a save here.
Yeah, I don't blame them. There's not a lot of opportunities here in the 3-on-5. 20 seconds left. You could see they tried to take a little battle towards the B side. They tried to take a little battle towards the A side. Neither one of them worked, so gonna call that one a save. And actually, nice little gun retrieval being done there from Jota. There's the first. MIBR again. They really need a good CT side cushion because I've already identified the slight issues that this roster has on the T side. Oftentimes it comes down to those mid-round reactions. If those early exchanges don't go their way, they are left in the dust many times. So getting as much as you can gather on the CT side is going to be so important.
Yeah, and especially surviving flawlessly like that for MIBR will keep their economy in a decent spot. So much so that if they lose this round, they'll still have a bye in the next. TeamOne, on the other hand, much the opposite. Their backs are up against the wall. They're running with little utility. I mean, this is screaming a fast play. Or a contact play. Either way, it's this round's gonna be explosive. I can feel it, Cole. 4-1. TeamOne looking to keep their foot down on the gas pedal.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind a few quick aggressive maneuvers. Although I don't know really where they could get away with that right now. Definitely not towards B with the amount of utility that's being tossed in the spam downrange. They definitely cannot even test the waters there early. They just simply have to wait out this utility here. And maybe that would lead them into a quicker A-side play, although they've missed their opportunity to catch a weakened B bomb site because they have made rotations back on in. Malbs, quick death for him.
He's been dealt with in a lot of these rounds. Over towards Banana. He has been shut down. You were talking about it. Oh, this is going to be a nasty setup. I see a mid molly lined up there. We might see a mid retake coming through. This could be some dangerous stuff if TeamOne try to stick around. They are. At the same time, Henny gets an opportunity on the apartments player. Missed shot there, but you can see this arch setup starting to brew up with Jota tucked away into the corner, just baiting each other in. That's a double kill for Jota. What a setup here from MIBR. The trap was set. TeamOne walked right into it.
Yeah, that's about as easy as it gets right there. MIBR just taking flame here. One last player to turn the corner. IDK could walk away with a few extra kills there. Henny eventually trades, but I guess he didn't walk away completely empty-handed. It wasn't a flawless round from MIBR, but it's definitely a round they'll be quite happy with taking there.
Yeah, that completely breaks that TeamOne economy. There's no reason to consider a force buy here. The full eco, the full Glock round coming up next. MIBR are really starting to get their ship sailing. That is just that's a textbook solid round there from MIBR. If they can replicate more of that, then these questions of them being a shaky roster can quickly be put to rest.
No question. Totally dumped there. Nice movement, dude. avoid that one. Yeah, I think that they need to start getting some wins underneath their belt. I mean, this roster actually had success over in Europe and some events and some online events as well. So I feel like this peak of this team is so very high. They just haven't been able to show its full force just yet. But nicely done from malbs. Showing his full force of a Glock. Oh my god! But when he picks up a deagle, things become a whole lot more scary.
And look, Brennison is out middle right now.
Wait, he's a flank.
He's about to get flanked. Or they're gonna go B? Oh my goodness. He snuck underneath the nose. So yeah, Brennison is gonna get this kill, but they're getting a bomb plant on the B site. See you later. Brennison, do all you want. Maluk, I was just planted. Nah, he's not getting away with anything here. Yeah. He's not getting away with anything here. But, I mean, first things first, Joda forgot to buy head armor. Or rebuy head armor. So he got glocked on a full gun round.
Glocked. And
then the Deeg, because malbs just does that. But the bomb plant here from T1 is a massive victory.
Yeah, that's probably about as good as it was gonna get, right? A couple of kills there. If maybe he could have snuck his way down banana, then we could have seen a potential saved rifle or something along those lines. Maybe another kill to add to the tally, but obviously they're happy with what they could gather. Questions as to whether... I guess you probably wouldn't want the op, would you, on this T side right now? Maybe it would be valuable, though. Maluk has been...
I mean, I'd
damage.
I'd agree, because, you know, what we've seen out of this MIBR CT side is there's not a lot of punish. You can't really punish the banana play because just the sheer amount of utility that they're putting down Rage and the smoke spam. And on the A site, they are playing very passive. They're just holding a lot of angles. So there's not a lot the op can do on that T side. So you will see Maluk pick up the AK and the utility and see what TeamOne can do. They haven't solved banana just yet in this game. So I think that's a good place to look at it.
Yeah, I really like the way MIBR is taking control. They were trying to just isolate these fights on a malbs. Alright. Only 5 damage there, but that's 5 less health.
That's 50 less health right there.
Goodness. This is what I mean. There's nowhere that
There's
they can
another
really go quickly. That one's going to go deep as well.
Oh my.
Goodness gracious.
TeamOne started off this round by taking nearly 150 damage to start it. That's not fun.
It really isn't. That's such a great way to start things off. It's Inferno, of course, so this utility is almost to be expected, but they're really nailing it right now. More utility tossed in as well. These HEs just singing all throughout the map. All into the favor of MIBR. Henny as well as taking great control of brackets here. Been standing around this angle quite frequently, but this time tosses his molly out. They're going to walk through that. Again, even further utility damage. There's about 3 players around the 70 or lower HP mark. That's so sick to start because there's a couple A4s that can just land one-shot headshots.
Yeah, and those A4s have a higher fire rate than the AK. They have more, well, the same amount of bullets as the AK, but, you know, you get the point. It feels, they got OP guns on their side right now, if you want to think about it. 30 seconds remaining, and only now are Team1 taking banana, and MIBR just left it for them to take. They don't want to fight it. They just want to fight towards the sites. All things said here, though, Cole, they don't have a lot to fight with. They only got flashbangs. This ain't looking pretty. Team1 are going to entry on in, and Exit is going to try and tap a couple out. Finds the first one to pace. Another one swings the site. TRK falls. Exit, a double kill. All he needs to do is stall out for some time as Henny walks through the smoke, but IDK has got it locked in. 2 versus 3, a chance here for Team1, and Maluk gets his AWP.
Even though he's low, he can still have impact right now as well. This is becoming very, very dicey for MIBR, and he's taking deep banana controls.
Oh my goodness.
He looks to turn the corner.
Maluk, this could be a great kill to find. Swings out towards barrels, and he hits the flick over on the Jota. Now he can play this post play. Now he has an extra flash. He can help out IDK. First kill in, but it's a team flash. IDK, he's under threat. Now it's Maluk. He can hold it down. He picks up the op. He delivers the round. Team1 up to 5.
Oh, nothing but redemption right there. The team flash comes through, sure, but Maluk will seal the deal right there with that last kill. That is beautiful work being done. The presence of mind to clear that angle on your left, or at least be aware that that's even a possibility. Jota played it so well. He paused for a second, expecting that re-aggression to come through, to be that late lurking player on the flank, so that as soon as Maluk felt comfortable, he would start to fall off that angle. But instead, Maluk has one on you. A little bit of a bigger brain right there coming through here. Need to show some brawn on Banana. Is Malbs. Pepper in a few bits of damage, but it's always coming back right now.
Oh. Alright. They've had enough. They've been bullied towards Banana at the start of every single one of these rounds, and now they'll battle back. Push through the smoke, finding Brennison, 4v5 TeamOne.
That's a huge risk, but it pays off right there. That's going to strike some fear into the hearts of MIBR if they want to stick around consistently towards Banana, but they're going to re-aggress on the flash.
Oh! See ya later. While blind as well. This round not going MIBR's way at all.
Now they can just sit. They've got a minute left. A full minute just to work the map to force some discomfort, but MIBR doing what they do best here in these man disadvantage situations, calling it a bit of a gamble stack. They're unfortunately calling it in the wrong area. At least that's what I'm seeing right now. Bomb over towards the top of Banana. They're hinting at a B-side play. People playing dodge flash here. Maluk playing whatever flash. It doesn't matter. I'm still going to take you down.
He plays with sunglasses on. I guess that would be like Bad Maluk or something like that. No wonder Fallen has been such a great player throughout this entire time. All right. Well,
ooh, they're executing
wait,
back
they're going back
towards A.
This is oh no, oh no,
Okay.
yeah, they go right
Yeah,
back the other
reverse.
side. See, I'm out of here.
Beep, beep, beep. Back towards B ASAP right now. Henny, he can pluck one out through the smoke, but that's best case scenario.
The bomb?
It is barely time to plant. But just barely.
Oh my
Malbs.
god.
He had to put on the jets for that, but now we can actually start to make a retake out of this one if they were so inclined.
He almost
There's
pulled
two
a
kits.
Kusta there. He had nades out. He's throwing it back. Oh
God,
my
the acoustic
goodness.
flip actually gives me PTSD.
I don't want to even think about. We almost had another North American ECL moment. Dude. I can't, dude.
We can't escape it. You can take the North America out of ECL, but you can't take ECL.
Yeah.
I guess you can, but you get what I'm saying.
You can't take the NA out of once Brazil comes. You can come to NA, but you can't take the NA out of Brazil.
There you go.
Oh my goodness, 6-3 by about a quarter of a second.
Wouldn't have been the wildest thing we've seen all week.
it wouldn't have even come close, buddy.
No, it would not have. Yeah, losing to the timer is about the most tame thing we would have seen this week. That's for sure.
Oh, but it's a TeamOne. We see two players with blocks. I think they will pick up their weapons. Yes. Okay, so full buy-in for both teams. We're going to have another brawl around. Full buy in quotation marks as I need to look over to the left side of my screen. Two MP9s. Exit and Turtle have to wield those. So, not the happiest days here for MIBR. But, they're going to have to make do with it.
Yeah, not easiest purchase, but again, this is where MIBR can really look like they can punch above their weight. And buys like these where you see big multi-kills, where you see proactivity. Unfortunately, it's going to be all on a Jota that has to do the heavy lifting, but look at that beautiful HE spam going down, and Turtle finds the first.
How did he get away with that? He's going to get traded instantly. Jota inside a pit needs to do everything. First kill on to Pesadelo. Is he going to get traded? There's no trade in sight just yet. Malbs, oh, he's blinded up. Good support brought in here by MIBR. They want to keep Jota alive for this retake, but they've lost Henny in the process. Malbs still up and towards grave of Jota. He's actually going to pre-aim, but Malbs will win the duel. 2v3. Brennison, that molly could force out IDK. That could still provide problems here for TeamOne, but they're already considering the save. They're just going to focus on getting out of dodge, but Brennison is going to get taken out on the fallback. TeamOne taking a commanding lead here now. The op will be scooped up here by Exit, and he'll get out of dodge. But yeah, 7-3. It ain't looking great for MIBR.
No, not at all. A tough kickoff to this half for them. Started out down 0-4, but then they started to show some resistance. TeamOne have bounced back phenomenally. They've figured out what's going on here early on in these rounds. But you saw right there, a lot of early B-side aggression. TeamOne just quickly moved their way in towards that A-bomb site. Despite Jota's best efforts, Maluk's proactivity in some of these post plants is really denying a lot of hope on these retakes. That is one thing for sure. MIBR not being able to deal with Maluk in these late round situations.
So hanging out around middle. Very aggressive setup. Trying to make this A setup look bigger than it actually is when you only have 2 players on that site. And it's kind of working. TeamOne are going to put vast majority of their resources towards Banana early in this round. And they might not expect Henny on this angle. If they don't, there's going to be problems. Trying to fake this mid control once again. But swing that corner on towards Banana. There are going to be problems. Oh my goodness. But retake utility, that flash blinded 4 players. But no one's biting here for TeamOne except for TRK. He stood in the molly.
That's quite hot right there. That's 100-0. I don't know how that even happened.
Oh, you know what? I think I know what happened. When you're sitting in the corner towards those barrels, it's actually, sometimes you can bug out and you can't actually jump on top of those barrels. So I think he just got stuck trying to jump up. Yeah, I think as for those who play a lot of Inferno, they know what I'm talking about. Either way, entering into the B site, see if they can make it do either way besides the mishap. Exit. Oh no, he's just torn them to shreds. 3, turning it to 4 with the USP. Wow. Unreal scenes. MIBR rip TeamOne to shreds.
Yeah, off to a little bit of help right there from the molly. They get all 5 kills coming through. Exit. Beautiful isolation of those duels. It's just one little pop flash that comes through. Everyone's blind. And that's a bit of a problem right there. They were missing some of that extra element. Someone needed to be playing out to avoid those flashbangs. And unfortunately, they had none of that. And that just allows for Exit to pop on through 4 easy kills. You can see how swift he was able to take them down. Force Spy to come on back here. They don't want to give over too much momentum to MIBR, but if they do lose this round, that's exactly what they just might do.
Turtle did hear that jump up into the apartments, though, so he's not, doesn't want to have any piece of this presence. Sneaky little Tech 9 to TRK. Side of those apartments could come back to haunt MIBR come a later day in the round. But TeamOne are not really playing their hand here at all. Very slow T sides, similar to, I guess it is just a Brazilian style of having your lurks trying to find these openers. But nothing giving, it's going to be another B play.
Yeah, they're just going to toss it on in here. Exit looking for the same success, the same exact position. So is his teammate in BR in here, but the utility, they're already passed the in front of it. And there's the first kill from Malbs, and he turns for a second. Beautiful work coming through. Now Exit does go down swinging, but he only gets 2 here, so we're an equal standing. Maluk's still on the server as well, and we've seen how he plays these post plants to near perfection.
It's a Malbs moment. He wants to keep going. The flash was there if Malbs wanted to swing, but instead he's going to tuck himself close in towards that this church position with help from Maluk. Maluk is just here to spot him out, but IDK is going to get burnt out of position. Now it really comes down to the setup. First is excellent, though, from Maluk. Malbs now up close, but gets dealt with by Turtle, and now Turtle swings in and finds a double of his own. Time on the bomb, there certainly is enough. Turtle got that kit, and it'll be 5 for MIBR.
That's nice shots right there from Turtle coming through. Isolating those 2 fights. Very, very patient, very composed. And I guess they might have spotted out the player over in the back of second oranges because they flushed him out of position perfectly. Henny was double zoomed on that angle probably as he was able to nail that shot, and excellent recovery. Again, Maluk has been a thorn on their side, and as he nails that initial headshot to scare off the 2 remaining players, I thought that was going to be just enough, but it wasn't. Turtle, not scared of anything.
So for now, Deagles. But it's TeamOne's Deagles. Well, unfortunately, IDK won't have his anymore. Ouch, that nade hurts. Is the hype over for this round? I mean, Malbs is still alive. Malbs? Oh, no. Don't do it. Don't do it to him. Nah. He won't do it to him. It'll be Joe to the cleanup. And these Team Eagles, which have made their name heard throughout many a highlight reel, won't show up today. It's 6-7 here. MIBR really crawling back into this game.
That's a real nice close there from Exit as well. I think he's starting to build up a whole lot of confidence towards the B side. He's topping the charts alongside Henny, who's been holding off brackets. I mean, this is certainly the two players right now taking a lot of these duels aggressively on their sites respectively on A and B. And
oh, come on.
It's a bit of a problem. Yeah, Maluk taking down some chickens. That's just brutal. But faster approach towards B right now. Quick towards Banana. Met by counter utility, of course.
What? Pesadelo? What's going on? He just entry top Banana, and then Maluk just finds a mid push. Yeah. Pesa just took some liberties. I'm going to go up towards the barrels, and I'm just going to take you out. But Turtle, at the same time, he says the same thing. IDK's dropped out towards middle, and after quite the brawl early on, it's a 3v4. But do Team1, they want to keep pressing. There's still a two-man setup. There's still a round to be played here. That smoke, does that extinguish the execute? I'm not so sure about that one, Cole. I see Pesadelo creeping on the edge of that smoke. Team1 still want that B bomb site.
He's going to need another big performance here. Exit, and the mollies are tossed in, multiple of them, just to facilitate this execute. There's only one place that he can be on the site.
It's only Exit, back of the site, but they're going to start isolating these angles. Pesadelo drops down. That's not the kill Exit wanted. He somehow finds TRK out of all of that one. Pesadelo will convert the kill. Man advantage here for Team1. And it's a difficult retake ahead of MIBR. But that Molly, is it going to force out Pesa? The nade, it might just finish the job. It will.
Ooh.
Striking down Pesadelo. 2 versus 2, but little utility remaining. They're going to have to clear out all these angles with difficulty. Maluk does play his hand, though. He reveals his position. He's playing that bait and switch game, though. He wants Malbs to do the talking on the site. He'll land the first, and Henny, I think it's time to pack your bags. He's going to fight his way out of the situation. He's going to hunt for the kill. Wait a minute. Time on the clock.
God.
Is there? No, there isn't. No. And I don't think Henny's escaping this bomb, folks. Inferno, it's got some powerful stuff in it. He's down.
What a nice shot right there. He thought he had just a second extra to maybe get that defuse off, but not so fortunate right there. That bomb will take him down as well, although there's some money to reinvest into this AWP. Plenty of it. No big deal there. As the last round of the half continues, Team1 have just won it with that round right there. Again, it's Maluk and Malbs in these late round situations that I absolutely love. It's a pretty sick dynamic duo that we're rocking with right now in Team1, and they're doing a wonderful job at it.
I do want to bring up a stat, though, that has definitely helped out MIBR. Malbs is 0 for 4 on entries to start this round, and it's not looking any brighter here for Team1, as they've just taken a boatload of grenade damage once again to begin their T-side campaign. And Pesadelo, ooh, he was in trouble there, out towards top Banana. The retake utility forcing Team1 away, and again, they just don't want a piece of this MIBR B site. I actually think they want to go back in. They are going to go back in. But they're so beaten and bruised up here, Cole, that this double setup could just take them all down in one fell swoop.
Avoiding the flashes as well, but the mollies they can't avoid here. They can't avoid the flames. And they can't avoid Pesa as well. Utility toss on in and chasing down Malbs, running and gunning. 35 bullets in that Galil is going to get the job done. They've just claimed the site. Obviously a retake in order here, but can they get it done 3 on 5? There's a lot of utility. That is the one last hope that they have.
And I think, well, you can't save in this one, folks. You have to go ahead and give it the old college try and make this an example for why teams do save on rounds. Because, hold on. MIBR not supposed to win this. This is not how I'm envisioning this one, Cole, but they've also just mollied Malbs out of position, and he's going to go down next. Turtle swinging through. TRK providing some resistance, and while it came very, very close, what a good try there from MIBR. It's still 9-6 at the end of the half. We'll go ahead and bring this one to a bit of a break, but first to us as, I mean, a great comeback there from MIBR. Just some good rounds at the end, though, from Team1.
Yeah, nothing but impressed right there coming through with MIBR and Team1. I think Team1 more specifically there towards the tail. And I'm more so impressed with that retake effort, though. They almost made it happen. there towards the tail, and Henny was landing some nice shots. It wasn't enough, so 9-6 is how we close out this half, and we'll be tossing it to a quick break as we hop into the second right after this.
For the last time, this ain't a song, it's a battle cry. No life, I see the clue between the strobe lights. I'm haunted, black face, hey, follow me around, okay, black face, hey, follow me around, okay, used to want it bad, used to want it bad, but I can't taste it, I can't help you now, okay, follow me around, okay, black face, hey, follow me around, okay, follow me around, okay, black face, hey, follow me around, okay, got too much up on my plate, now I can't think. I said woke up, take a X, and now I'm feeling this is it. Want the money, want the rest. I do purse, not no cess. They say Don, it's why you sad. I said I just need to think. Red tape, got too close, I hate the city. Black face, show you everything you need till you fornicate bad. Someone said it is sad, 'cause I used to want it bad. I know it's in my head, keep seeing you too many times, yeah. I know it's in my head, keep seeing you. I know it's in my head. Follow me around, okay, black face, hey, follow me around, okay, got too much up on my, follow me around, okay, black face, hey, follow me around, okay, got too much up on my, follow me around, okay, black face, hey, follow me around, okay, got too much up on my, follow me around, okay, black face, hey, follow me around, okay, got too much up on my, follow me around, okay, black face, hey, follow me around, okay, got too much up on my, follow me around, okay, black face, hey, follow me around, okay, got too much up on my.
And welcome back on in 9-6 the score line as TeamOne, well, they had a runaway half and then they didn't. So we're back into the swing of things. Pistol round, second half, first map. Let's go.
See if MIBR can start to pull it back here and now. That's certainly important for this roster to get activated on these T sides to come into this, knowing there are some complications here sometimes with these T sides, but BRN can bail them out with openings like that. Malb's hanging out a little too long there towards the top of Banana.
Alrighty. So he's down. It puts it down to Pesa. But MIBR are not going to pounce on towards that B site just yet.
Might just buy enough time for them to rotate all 5 members here. A big gamble from TeamOne, but it should pay off here.
Okay. And it might work, but Maluk, he oversteps. Are they going to consider Pace at the back of the site? Well, with these flashes, they might really have to consider him because Pace might actually be able to fight. First up, that's Turtle. Down. Down towards the pillar. Has to dance around. He'll get away back towards Dark, but not for much longer. Henny will hunt him down. 2v4. If that bomb gets planted, it might just be round over here for TeamOne. This retake is going to be tough, and they're going to lose IDK instantly off of that. It's a pistol round for MIBR. They're looking to get themselves back in Inferno.
Yeah, that's a fiery pistol right there as well. They're still walking into the stack and they get away with all of the kills. MIBR having no trouble putting that one to the side. Deleting the initial game plan right there as well of the early aggressive move from malbs. Again, keeping him quiet in some of these rounds. I want to see that the same trend be true. You're going to see him play very similar on both halves here. Very aggressive when it comes to taking banana control. Right now, they were able to punish him in the last round, although it required a beautiful shot. They need a lot more where that came from, because he's going to be taking a lot of space.
All right. The 5.7s. Dude, I don't know what it's been, Cole. The 5.7s have overtaken Deagles in recent days as the force buy weapon of choice on the CT side.
It's super, super good. Like, insanely broken right now.
You know,
Fire rate is too fast.
I've always thought of it as like a noob, like a great noob cannon, because the recoil for the 5.7 just goes directly up. So if you're aiming at the body, you just farm headshots. So nice. Malbs though, he tried with the Deagle. I think he needs to get with the times here, Cole.
Yeah, maybe, but he is malbs, right?
We'll never know.
There's anyone you want on the Deagle. It doesn't work out in this occasion, but it's always worth a shot.
Yeah, that's, maybe I speak too soon here, right? I don't want to speak too many heresies.
They're walking into the stack, though.
Yikes.
A gamble stack here coming through from TeamOne. Now, they're locked out by the smoke still, so I don't know if it'll matter all that much, but they're going to dive on past it here. Maluk realizes that there's a whole lot of presence. There's no time to route back towards A. They have to commit. 20 seconds. 20 seconds. And they're just going to go through the stack knowing full well what they're going into, but you know what? It doesn't matter. It's all been cleaned up. And Maluk... he gets his one, but he'll get finished off. That's going to be the second round up on the board for MIBR, and a full eco coming up next. This is MIBR equalizing. This is what I mean. Sometimes MIBR, they just don't give me enough time to feel comfortable. There's no time for plan B right there, because once you start to feel that the way to the world right there is on that B bomb site, you maybe want to give yourself enough time to go back in towards A, something along those lines where you're not completely locked out of the round by a B stack. Obviously, they land the kills to avoid off that issue, but if they did walk into that stack and felt the wrath of 4 TeamOne members, that could have been very problematic.
In the meantime, ooh, Pace down. Okay, there were some chances here. Couple of kills definitely going the way of TeamOne, trying to scoop up some guns, and you know what? 2 kills take... wait a minute, bombs and spawn.
That smoke's not too pretty.
Is this... I don't want this to be another trademark NA ECL moment, but Henny's gonna scoop that one up and get the hell out of Dodge. Yeah, he's safe for now. They will plant that bomb. TRK is gonna have to put up a hell of a clutch, and that round could have been folly, but now we need a highlight. Henny's safe.
That's that could have been very scary, but that's a pretty nice win for TeamOne. They walk away with an AK here, a smoke, and a whole lot of kills, pressuring that economy here of MIBR. And they'll have plenty of rifles to go around in this next. So, you're taking some minor victories. Now, obviously, we didn't get the patented NA ECL moment of dropping bomb and spawn and losing the round because of it, but we could have. There was a world.
We're always on the lookout now. After last night, we're always on the lookout for the moment.
had one too many this season.
I mean,
I feel like
yeah.
it's a once in a season type of deal, but we've gotten 2 in like 2 weeks now.
Yeah, we had whatever happened in Palace. The thing we don't talk about in Palace between Red Wolves and Villainous Union.
The things we don't talk about in Palace.
Yeah, Palace is just like
It's cursed.
a location that shall not be named. All right. Man. That also reminds me that we have seen a ton of Mirage this season. Why am I surprised?
Makes sense, yeah. Let's line up. Not this time, though.
Not this time. This is why we have a blessed map pool. We have a blessed map pool this time around.
Dude, I haven't gotten too much Inferno as of recent, so I do appreciate a good Inferno map.
Mm-hmm.
No Dust 2 in the mix there, even though there's 2 heavily influenced Brazilian teams.
I'm not 100% sure here when Anubis is going to be in here, but I believe it's until the end of the season. So
yeah,
probably be seeing a lot more Dust. Triple nades towards top banana here for MIBR, but that's a swing and a miss. TeamOne holding a much more passive stance here against that MIBR T side. They want to see what the attack wants to do before they make a move.
They probably are just keeping consistent to their game plan here. They've already learned their lesson. Don't mess with MIBR's early banana utility. And I guess that same thing is true for the second half of play, where you saw 3 HEs attempted to banana. If there was anyone hovering around that corner, they would have been decimated. But you can't mess with MIBR's utility late either, because an absolute strike has put pace and malbs on notice already.
Trying to anticipate some more top banana aggression there with Henny pinning his flash. Kind of on edge here are MIBR. They're so convinced that there's some sort of B setup for them. They want to glide back towards A. But the silence here from TeamOne. It is very loud. 30 seconds, and now they will creep back towards this B site.
Again, this is a right read coming through. There's not a lot of time left for mistakes right now. They're drawing in 2 rotations now. It's just been clear over towards brackets. They're going to have the right read perfectly.
Spam through the smoke is all Kesa can offer, though. It might not matter. The spam... Oh, it's on Mighty K as well. That's a great kill from Malbs that holds a man advantage here for TeamOne. You can see this retake is already so darn close to the site. And,
Goodness.
They didn't plant.
What?
Okay.
That's an MIBR round if I've ever seen one.
Did IDK drop the bomb? Did I miss something, or?
I don't know. I don't think so. It was the... Yeah, it dropped over towards pool. They just didn't have enough time. This is what they always do. This is why there are some serious flaws in the game plan here, and the calling and the identity of this roster. They just never have enough time on these T sides. And every week after week, we watch this roster, they fall victim to the same errors.
And oh man, well, we don't have to wait until the end of the round to get all the action. That is a headshot onto Brennison, feeling the need to do something with his deagle, but he gets dropped. MIBR gonna test banana once again, but TeamOne are just gonna say, okay, you can have it, but you can't have middle. Maluk misses a shot. Turtle can connect and capitalize. Pesadelo is watching, and that's an easy kill. Right back. Man advantage still held here for TeamOne.
Problems arising here as, again, they walk into the more hefty bomb site for the most part. The lacking presence right now from TeamOne is over towards that B side here, but instead they route towards brackets. And there's a lot that you have to deal with first things first here towards that pit and site crossfire. That's the toughest task, though, trying to isolate these fights. But IDK's been spotted, and TRK has been noted dropping out of balcony here, but he still lands shots.
There's just too little players on this exit. They can't cover all these angles, and that's where TRK is just gonna farm them up. Against his former team, against his former brand, he's gonna pick up a triple kill. 11-9 here, TeamOne. their first 2 gun rounds going swimmingly.
As soon as they get the rifles out, you can see things starting to go their way. And you can see some of the classic MIBR issues starting to arise. Trying to keep that classic Brazilian style, let your, individual shine here. And in certain occasions, it looks so promising, but when those opening picks aren't knitted to you, when they don't find them, that's where the problems start to arise. That's when these side executes fall very flat. And right now, in these last 2 rounds at the very least, they have fallen somewhat flat, unfortunately.
Pesa is taking some chances down Banana, but it works out wonderfully. Sometimes the smoke spam can always get the better of you, especially as we're now using A4s, for goodness sakes. So, tracer fire is actually something you have to consider when you're fighting in towards Banana. But you also have extra ammo, so it might even out.
Yeah, tit for tat, I guess.
Ouch.
Okay, that's just brutal. Just mowing down BRN. Love to see those angles being held. It's just very, very little risk. I won't say no risk. You can't get spammed back, but just plucking down a player straight through the wall right there. Just nothing you can say about that.
And so, 3 Glocks. Make it 2. And barrel baiting. Come on now. Is exit, don't destroy him. Save his soul!
Of course.
I can't! Save his soul.
You had to say it.
That's,
You had to say it.
the sin of holding an angle with an op while standing straight up. You just
Got
can't do
caught.
it.
Snoozing. Exit. He had that one lined up from a mile away. There's nothing in this world that could stop him from turning that corner and finding that kill.
And absolutely obliterating him. Yes, revenge will be struck down upon onto your insolence. But that is the first 3 gun rounds for TeamOne. That CT bank building. MIBR just can't get a good start on their T sides, or of any side of this map rather. And here we go, TeamOne. Comfortable lead right now.
Feeling very, very confident. I can only imagine. There's TeamOne with this sort of scoreline here. CT side, you don't necessarily rest easy, but you definitely rest a little bit easier knowing that you're planting your feet firmly in position. In your map pick, you already know, and I've identified some of TeamOne or MIBR's struggles here. They've shown up to the server, but I like this more fast-paced aggression towards brackets here about to be attempted. Utility tossed on in unison. They do collapse.
They sprint up towards that arch side, wrapping around them. TeamOne. They get flanked. Well, they try to boost up. What a shot from Henny. Now, Luke walks right onto his angle. Henny with a double. It's a clean take here from MIBR. Changing the narrative on this one. They're going to hit double digits with TeamOne.
That's a beautiful round right there. That's flawless execution. Again, there's so much time left on the clock. You can see them establishing control. They're working as a pack unit. There's no extra elements to that. And it absolutely works flawless. Now, TeamOne got caught trying to regress into a 5-man setup, which always does help yourself out. But we need to see a whole lot more of that out of MIBR. The more pacey plays with the full unit, right? Usually we do see those lurking players on the extremities trying to find picks right there. They just have all 5, and Henny with a nice double opener, BRN in apartments able to deal with some of the aggression there, and it's just flawless.
I mean, I'll say it. That was just some excellent shooting as well from Henny, especially on the rifle. No op needed. The flick up on towards that jumping balcony player. If he goes down, then there's actually a real chance at a setup. But it just got so awkward on that site. You saw that they had to push down in the lane. No one was even in the pit position as well for TeamOne, which is probably by far and away one of the strongest positions to hold the site in, and Counter-Strike in general. So, made it very awkward there, did MIBR with that wrap tactic. But they still have another gun round to claw through here as a timeout does roll on through for TeamOne.
A little bit disjointed there. I like that TeamOne have immediately called in the pause to try and identify the error in that round. Like you said, didn't really have the best positions. You also got outgunned straight up. No question about it. And he absolutely dominated that round. You've been doing really well so far in this map. But he needs a whole lot more where that came from. This time he does have his weapon of choice as well, so hoping to net him success with that. This is so risky here. Maluk hanging around for a little bit too long for my liking, but eventually flashed off and flushed out of position.
Had the molly down at bottom middle, all things said, so it wasn't the biggest risk. We're not at that point here for TeamOne. They still hold a comfortable 2-round lead in this Brazilian brawl. Banana retake, though, out of MIBR. Very risky as malbs sticks around to try and spray while blind. We'll hold on, but ooh, attack? All right. More damage dealt. Maluk is going to return towards the middle, though. It's always so risky to swing into that, but Turtle couldn't hit his headshot. Man advantage now, TeamOne. It's the up on Maluk to find the opener.
Needed something like that. They tried that same exact play last round and they got bested by Henny. This time around, though, they come out with the upper edge. And Pesa boosted on his teammate. That reveals 2 players in CT spawn, so MIBR making a quick reaction off of that.
They're just going to try and execute on the site before anyone can get into position, but Malb's just going to wide swing. Brenna's in too many angles to clear. They try to walk through the smoke, and they get chewed up. MIBR trying to take some risks in that 4v5. Not panning out at all. See ya. Taste the Dale. Double dink. Downrange. And done. Is MIBR. Just Jota on the other side of the map, and this is going to be 13. Closing in. On closing out the map is 1.
That should be big confidence brewing right now in their camp. Feeling a whole lot better after that round. Again, last time you tried to turn that corner there, Maluk, you got absolutely sideswiped. This time, though, you run it back in the very next round, which is kind of surprising there. No lack of confidence showing from anyone on TeamOne, and maybe for the best of reasons right now, because it's a full team effort. Everyone's showing up to the game right now.
MIBR starting to have their backs up against the wall now. In this game again, Maluk's going to go for the same play. Waits for the flash this time. Takes the shot and ooh, almost got tagged down, but he escapes. And TeamOne, Maluk again stealing an opener.
Brilliant way to kick off this one. Nice little opening pick. Again, Maluk not showing any lack of confidence despite a couple of tough goes about things. Utility tossed in here. Towards brackets to bait out some positions, but with Maluk jump spotting deep towards B, they can afford at the least 4 players here. Henny gonna start to throw some retake utility for Banana. This comes in at around a minute.
Interesting flash
They do need
lineups.
fast rotations.
Yeah,
Look at this.
Malbs is pretty far, or rather the rotations for Pesa is far behind. Malbs has to hold alone on the site. Molly at his feet as well. He has to kind of fight out in the open. Brenna's in. Blinded up the same, but now Pesadale, he's going to go charging through the smoke. Gets the kill. Exit trade. It's still down to Malbs at new box, and he'll get wrapped up. Maluk also tries to make a play next, and things get very risky here for one, but there should be a plan. Or not, because that's been just dropped on the floor. TRK through the smoke. But it still goes back to the brawl on the B site. A 2-on-2 is what it'll settle into, but the fake plant. Trying to draw them out of position, but the footsteps are heard up by IDK. He's already walked all the way up Banana. And being held now, but IDK flicks over onto Brennison, and Henny's just a dead man. IDK, double kill. TeamOne up to 14.
But yeah, once you see that bomb go down, you've lost your extra support. There's nothing that you can do from then on out. You just have to fight your way to that situation. Incredibly awkward there. They don't get the job done. And I was a little bit worried. That was a really cool play coming through from MIBR in the reroute to catch Malb's jump spotting there. But they don't immediately respond to it. They instead line up utility to try and catch the rest of TeamOne off guard. It nearly worked out for them, but late round situations, spam through smoke. They can't get the numbers punched in. All of these complicate matters further. into the favor of TeamOne. And while it was a valiant effort, we're getting close to the closing stages of this game here, and TeamOne looking to pick up the pace.
Hello.
Luke's been peeking down mid, but now it's going to be Pace's turn to have some fun.
Yep, he only has to play against the Tech 9s, though. But he does, you know, he does have to play the real... Oh, my goodness! Whoa! I was writing the round off! Turtle! 2 on the Tech! IDK, though, he's still in apartments, and he's just patiently waiting for Jota. So it goes back to the 3v3, but Turtle has given his team a chance.
That is absolutely stunning right there. Double opener. It's going to be on malbs again. On an island towards this B bomb site. They're moving. Quickly flashes. Smoke's already tossed in. malbs. Oh, that's going to be a nice HE there. Well placed. And I'm completely wrong. Completely mistaken. It does absolutely no damage. And malbs has actually retreated. In fact, he's let
Look where Turtle
the
is.
opposition take deep space here. Oh, IDK not checking that angle there. How could you expect that?
No way. malbs is getting pincered right now. He's stuck inside of the church position. He finds the one, but he takes a dink. He'll be finished off by Henny, and the Tech 9 round comes through for MIBR. It's time to save Maluk.
Man, oh man. Yeah, he's already out to the races there. What a great pullback coming through. Double entry from Turtle. Again, these rounds spread a little bit thin here for MIBR, but the way that they're finding him is absolutely stunning, and this is one thing that I do not fault them for. They have excellent firepower. They want to give them as much time as they can to use them, but in rounds like that, you can just see exactly what they should see. Turtle nailing 2 to the wall right there.
And so MIBR creep back just a little bit. With a hell of a round from Turtle, but they need plenty more than just a chance double kill on that Tech 9. They need tangible rounds on the T side, which is just something they haven't found. See if they can prove us wrong in this one to keep the comebacks going, or more or less just to start it. Struggling to get that boost up and running here, TeamOne. They're just gonna abandon ship there and fall back from that B site. And all that banana control now rests with MIBR.
And valiant effort coming from MIBR in the claiming of this banana control early on in the round. You can see 4 players were assigned to take that ground, whereas TeamOne only have 3 to try and hold off. But for all the right reasons right now, Maluk has been entrusted with all of the brackets control, and he's claiming a whole lot of space, so that Molly will do excellent work at keeping him nullified, keeping him away from this position for as long as they possibly can.
It's going to be a banana retake here from TeamOne. They push all the way down. They know everything. The rotates need to come in time, though, for this A site. They might not need it, though. Maluk has just gotten himself a double. Pesadelo the same. From bottom of middle, the flank came through. The cavalry arrived. It's map point for TeamOne.
Perfectly placed aggression right there, coming through down banana. Eventually, they do start to retake it. MIBR, I think they made the slight error of not leaving any players left in that banana control. They spend so many resources early on claiming it, but then everyone just fades out. And that loss of control right there is proven to be pricey. Alongside that, Maluk, excellent brackets hold, as he just knew he had a whole lot of pressure on his shoulders to defend A as long as possible, to keep them as far away from that bomb site as humanly possible.
Well, now TeamOne really have the ball in their possession. They just need to put it in the net. And for MIBR, they are in a tough spot. Tech 9s, a couple smattering of AKs, and with some pieces of utility, but it's not everything you would want going into a round that could end the map. TeamOne are looking good to pick up their pick. 4 chances. Triple nades, though! Whoa, I was almost looking like a double right there. But instead, it's just the one. Maluk still fighting from the sandbags. A dangerous position where he will get punished. Pesadelo is there for the fallback, so he'll steal a kill back. But he wants more. He's going to put the round on his shoulders, and he's going to find another headshot and escaping. This man, unreal. He almost takes Turtle with him as well.
It's absolutely wild right there. Pace, again, we talked about his form rising here for the roster, but it could just close him out for him. TRK dancing around with Jota. He has a gap in that smoke, and Pace will overstep. Do they know that TRK snuck his way in towards second orange, so it looks like they're so well prepped.
Yeah, they seem like they are. Jota is going to start swinging out. Jiggle peaks are there. It's the headshot as well. 1v3 for IDK. It's going to be a save, and it's going to be another round for MIBR.
What flawless execution right there coming through. Beautiful work coming through from Jota and playing that small gap around the smoke. Some small errors despite Pace's best efforts right there. Might have overstepped just a little bit, getting too comfortable with his performance. And IDK with this save, I think they should be comfortable for one more buy, but money is going to be limited in this next round.
And so B-Site goes up in smoke. There goes 15 to 12. Map point now still hangs with TeamOne. Bunny's looking fantastic, though. Do they want to even consider the purchase? They might eco. Just to get a good buy going. But, there could be some problems in the future if MIBR do keep this win streak going. So, yeah, we will see just a complete full eco. No risks taken here from TeamOne. And MIBR can inch a bit closer on Inferno.
Claw this one back slowly but surely. Playing a safer game here is TeamOne. But this will allow MIBR potentially to just keep extending play, building confidence in their T side here, making this one a very close opening affair. Okay, with this elevated angle here, Pace trying to avoid any damage taken, and malbs hoping for something to come his way. Got a whole lot of presence here towards B. If you're in MIBR, you want to avoid all of that. At HE, probably going to confirm positions as well, so good utility tossed in.
Yeah, right now MIBR have completely angled themselves towards that A site. But when they see that smoke towards top middle, they want to try and avoid that AK at all costs. Could sway them back just a bit. It could. For now, they're going to take mid control. Nothing's decided yet, though. They will take this mid control only, but 30 seconds, they still technically have time to redirect, but I see them lining up utility for this A play. And Maluk is going to have to put up a superhuman performance.
Otherworldly. As they lose everything on B as well. And actually, that might encourage a
They're
B side
they're
take.
splitting B right now. They're splitting B with 10 seconds. Oh, they do take out everyone on the site, but if anything else went wrong there, that would have been the end of the map.
If they didn't find those two entries, if you would have saw IDK turn the corner and immediately take down BRN, do they go? Do they just walk in towards A? I think they would, right?
Yes. I'm sure about that. When he finds the 2 kills, you just go. But like even then, that's the call with that little time remaining. I mean,
Terrifying stuff right there. It gets the job done nonetheless, and that's what matters most. You sealed it, you've locked it. Can't take it back here. Pause is starting to call out. TeamOne's, now that they have map point, they have themselves 2 chances to close out here in regulation before MIBR look to extend play.
and even after this is the bottom of the barrel right now for TeamOne. This is a must-win round, or we're seeing overtime in this game. So TeamOne kind of feigning that banana control early on. MIBR kind of taking it, but with only 2 players on this A site, they're not really prepared to stop a potential mid play here from MIBR.
A lot of resistance offered up right now. Again, this early investment in towards banana control. Scary stuff as the spam rolls on through. malbs doesn't move a muscle, though. So they commit to this setup here. They commit to the bit. And it's going to really come calling if they don't move in soon towards this A-side defense. But look at this. malbs. There's no way.
If he walks through his own smoke, he would have so many backs turned, you wouldn't believe it. But they're just going to call back in the full A-man rotate. 4-man rotate. Rather.
malbs hanging back here. He's got all of B, so they are comfortable with this call. There's 35 seconds left again. That timer is becoming a big problem here. And they have no space towards B, so they have to go in towards these 4 players.
Oh, and that Molly's excellently timed. It's splitting up the execute. They're taking so much damage on the inbound. It's a double kill for Pesa, 2 IDK and TRK. It's just Joda, and it's TeamOne who will be taking their map pick. Inferno goes right back to TeamOne.
Yeah, it's all too classic right there. It's a fitting closer coming through for MIBR. That's just the issues that sometimes rear their ugly head when opening exchanges don't go their way, when they don't find those quick opening picks, and time is of essence. They just had no B-side presence. malb claims all that space, and it makes rounds so easy to read.